Welcome back to the Big Podcast. I'm Aisha Malik, and today I have with me Sarah Yasir. Can you briefly introduce yourself and your page, Sarah Y Blogs?
I'm Sarah Yasir, and I'm a student at BIC. I'm studying IR and politics, and Sarah Y Vlogs is a page on Instagram where I basically post my life, restaurant and cafe reviews, and just like anything I find really interesting.
When did you start blogging, and what made you post that first reel?
So I started blogging in August 2023. And honestly, I've always loved taking videos, taking photos ever since I was a kid. I would take photos and videos wherever I went, and even in school projects and stuff, I would be the one who would be editing anything. And I just wanted an outlet to put that on, and Star Y Blogs was the place to do it.
Okay. How would you describe your content style?
I would say it's very short and trendy. I like to post aesthetic things on my blog.
Yeah, I've seen your blogs.
Yeah, it's a mix of making sure I get the location right and capturing those beautiful moments, basically.
Okay. What inspired you to focus on this type of blogging?
Honestly, it just came natural to me. It was just my life, and I just wanted to share that with everyone. So the lifestyle blogging is just something that's natural to me.
Okay. How has your content evolved since you first started in August 2023?
So, back in August 2023, if you scroll down, like it's a big difference to my content now.
Definitely.
It's definitely improved in camera quality,
Yes.
and the editing has gotten
The
more
aesthetics
smooth.
are
Yes, the aesthetics have gotten better, and I've just kind of figured out what really works now.
okay. What was the hardest part when you first began?
I would say the hardest part was the whole trial and error phase. Just figuring out what I wanted to exactly post and how to post that, because I had a lot of videos and clips, but figuring out exactly the best way to do that for me was a challenge at first, but now I feel like I've really gotten the hang of it.
Yeah, I believe it. You get like a lot of hate when you're on social media and stuff. So tell us about your story.
Well, yeah, I do get hate sometimes. It could be on anything. Like, I feel like people do hate, but at the end of the day, I just focus on my own content and creating it for my followers. And, it is difficult. And I would say to anyone who is getting that hate to just kind of ignore it and just focus on yourself and be surrounded by people who really love and care for you.
Okay, so what was the moment when you thought like, okay, now this is working?
I would say actually it was one of my early reels, like back in 2024. I posted, you know how the weather in Islamabad is
Yeah.
unexpected.
Hmm.
So I posted a video, it was a reel on the fog in Islamabad.
Oh.
So I just took clips of that and put it together, and I realized that it's like it started to show up on more people's pages. I got a few
It
views.
blew up.
It blew up basically, yeah. And it was just something that I love. And I felt that, wow, this is actually working. And once certain videos started reaching above 100,000 views, that's when I realized that this is something that is going pretty well.
Okay. You don't usually show your face in your content. So was that a conscious choice?
Yes, it was a conscious choice. And the reason was that I honestly just wanted my content to speak for itself, and I didn't want my face there also for more like private reasons too. Yeah, because I can just post freely this way.
Yeah. So, do you think faceless content gives you more creative freedom?
Yeah, it can. I personally think it is a choice too. Like, it's a personal choice to everyone. For me, it puts less pressure on me. I can just post what I want, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. What challenges come with creating content this way?
I would say that it does put a little bit of like you have to work harder in creating your identity without your face.
Yes.
And personally, any challenges I face is more like if I'm going out somewhere, I just have to be more mindful that I get a clip of me from that's not showing my face. And if I have a video that does show my face, then I can't really use that. So it's not much of a challenge. It's just something I have to be a little mindful of.
Yeah. Would you encourage students who prefer privacy to still start creating?
Yeah, I definitely would. I think it's a personal choice again. And you don't, I think social media is for everyone and anyone can start anything they like.
Yeah. Okay. How do you personally define growth on social media?
Well, honestly, growth to me is more having that community, having people interacting with your page. It doesn't matter how many there are, but just having that sense of community is what growth means to me.
Okay. Do numbers they ever affect your motivation?
I'm not gonna say that numbers don't matter because obviously we do look at numbers and they do matter, but for me, they don't affect my motivation because one, I'm a very disciplined person in general, so I continue to post when I want to and if I have to. But another thing is because it's something that I really love the process of rather than the outcome. I enjoy the process. I love making reels, finding the audios, and putting everything together. That's what I truly love. So if numbers are low, it doesn't really affect me that much.
Yeah, I believe for a content creator, like discipline really matters for them. That's what they should have. And consistency.
You're so right. That this consistency is really key to everything.
So, how do you avoid comparing yourself to the bigger creators?
Well, I've always had a me versus me mindset. So anything I do, I'm trying to be better than who I was yesterday, and I try to be the best version of myself. And obviously, you see creators and everything, and you do look at that. But for me, it's just inspiration.
Yeah,
rather
to
than
learn from them.
yeah, exactly. It's learning. It's all a learning experience.
Okay, so what keeps you consistent even when the engagement it's like low?
Well, I think again, it's just reminding myself why I'm doing what I'm doing, and it's because it's something I love.
Like why you started in the first place?
Exactly, and it was to share with people, friends, family, and then if the public is watching, then that's great as well. So even if engagement is low, it's not something I can really control as well because it is something with the algorithm and everything.
Yeah.
So
You really need to understand the algorithm in order to be a content creator
exactly.
because that's how you go viral. If you understand the algorithm, you're viral.
Exactly, and it takes time to do that because it's very different for everyone as well.
Agree, totally agree with that. So, what advice would you give to students who want to start vlogging?
I would tell them to just go for it. Start. They don't have to start perfect or anything. They should just go for it. And a lot of my friends have also started their own pages too, and I give them the same advice that they should just go for it.
So you help your friends as well and motivate them.
Yes, I love their content and they motivate me, and it's important to have that support system as well.
Okay. Is it okay to start with a phone and like completely zero experience, no experience at all?
Yeah, of course, it's totally okay. It's more than okay because most people do start this way, and that's how I started as well.
All right. What's one mistake beginners should stop worrying about?
I would say they should stop worrying about being so perfect and waiting to find the perfect trend or reel,
Perfect time.
the perfect time.
Have a good quality phone camera.
Exactly, because you never know who you're resonating with, and that doesn't necessarily have to, you don't have to act a certain way or have a certain camera quality, your phone. It's just, you have to be yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah, because that way you're gonna keep yourself from posting and you'll end up never posting anything on social media.
Exactly. That's so true.
Okay, what's one goal you have for your content this year?
Okay, one goal would be to just be more consistent than I am and also be authentic and true to myself and just continue doing that at the end of the day. Mhm.
And what's one lesson that blogging has taught you about yourself?
Well, I think it's really taught me how resilient I am, and it's allowed me to really push myself and just keep going at the end of the day. Even if engagement is low, even if something isn't working out, and that can be applied to my life as well to just keep on going.
What's one message you have for the students that are watching this podcast?
I would tell them to just go for their dreams and they create their realities. So they should continue to add things that push themselves, things that add to their life in a positive way.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for coming today.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity and it was a lovely experience to have this conversation with you.
So that was it for today's podcast. We had with us the lovely Sarah Yasir, Sarah Y Blogs. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.